Morning guys, Moon here. Today I just want to quickly talk about how I quickly pushed experience and favor in the current cycle and in the last cycle, and want to explain the setup a little bit. Because with this setup I have pushed rank 1 Druid with about a lot of XP per hour. Hard to tell. But we made 95 to 100 in about 4 hours. 4 to 5 hours, which is extremely quick and could have been faster if I had better gear. The setup is corruption of your liking. I do usually use 500 because scaling from 300 to 500 gets way worse, and from 500 onwards gets way worse. So 500 I think is a sweet spot that is fairly quick to reach. That gives a good amount of experience. We still have 350 experience multiplier. In a 300 timeline we would have like 290 I think, and in a 1k timeline we would only be barely above 400 or something, so I don't really see it as worth to go so high, especially in like a racing setting where you just want to reach your farming point as quickly as possible. 500 I think is a good sweet spot, though you might have to do 300 if you want to very early in this cycle. So these spot eventually you want to go is one timeline that has the Abyssal Arena. For me, I usually use Black Sun for this because I know it is there and don't want to search for others. And then you just you look for an Abyssal Arena which has mods that don't affect your clear speed. For example, I had a different setup somewhere, an arena for example, with glancing blows, which is extremely annoying because sometimes the enemies just survive, or critical avoidance is extremely bad. But in general, what you want to do is you have an arena, and then with Stormbolt this works extremely well. And since we are mostly playing Stormbolt here, I want to explain what you need. You want 2 points in Clouds of the Horizon and 4 points in Overcast Skies to have the maximum range for your skill that is possible from the skill tree. Then you put down tornadoes, roll out of the middle, roll back in, go into the beer form, and before the bonus stability reaches 10, you want to leave the arena. This takes some practice. If you're too quickly, you need to be careful, because if you reach 10, then the arena completes and you cannot re-enter it again. Let's see, we have 12.7k favor now, and just in few seconds, if I had a weapon with more cast speed, for this you would want a staff with tier 7 cast speed to get the tornadoes out more quickly, so you could do it quite a bit faster even. But we reach the form more or less quickly in 1 to 2 weary forms, which is about 10 to 15 seconds. And now we just gained 3k favor. Let's see, 15.2k. The favor gain is somewhat RNG due to if rare enemies spawn or not. But generally, you are getting like a 2 to 6k favor per arena, while 6k can be very rare. I usually do jump out at mid-game. See again, 3.6k favor in just a few seconds. This can net like multiple hundred thousands of favor per hour, and did make it possible to push like 95 to 100 in a very short time. Another thing that is very useful when you're doing this is to complete beacons before you are before you're setting up your arena, because the beacons do not have any local mods. So when we have, for example, here enemies have crit chance and damage for 2 rounds or for 2 monoliths, or here we have increased health that lasts for a few rounds, we then just play like 2 beacons and get rid of all the mods we still have here, because the bonus experience isn't really worth from the mods, because it's like 4 or 5% or something. So we rather just take one mod. We take the one we want. So this pretty much is the entire idea behind this. For the corruption, you would always want to be in a corruption where you can clear as quickly as possible, because quicker clear is worth more than slightly more experience here. So just go as high as your build makes it possible. And that's it pretty much. So thanks for watching and see you on the next one.